What's up, collectors? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving back into the world of YuYu Hakusho with a closer look at the Hiei 30th Anniversary DXF figure. So let's unbox it and see what it's all about. Stay tuned. This Hiei figure with the MSRP of around $30 is part of the expansion celebrating YuYu Hakusho's 30th anniversary. We've got Hiei here, ready for battle, with his sword drawn, capturing that iconic intensity we all love. Let's start with the box. The front features our Hiei figure, sword ready, and prominently displays that 30th anniversary logo. Flipping to the back, we get a close-up of that deadly sword, showcasing a bit more detail. The sides mirror the front and back art, with a mix of color and grayscale versions. And up top, a stylish grayscale close-up, along with that eye-catching 30th anniversary logo. Alright, let's crack this open and get to this figure. Inside, we have 5 main pieces: Hiei's head with torso, his lower body, a base, the sword blade, and the sword handle. A pretty standard PVC figure setup. Assembling these figures is always a short and simple process. Just a few quick connections and we're ready to go. Now, let's take a closer look. We can see the paint application on his signature headband is crisp, clean, and with no noticeable smudges or bleeding. The sculpting of his hair is very delicate, with each strand meticulously defined. The folds and textures of his clothing are excellently rendered and effectively create the illusion of wind. And his facial expression perfectly captures that classic Hiei glare, really bringing his character to life. This sword stands out beautifully with a metallic finish and gives it a striking, polished shine. I really enjoyed the overall look of this figure, posing in a distinctive way we usually don't see, and it's always nice to have some diversity in your collection. And if you're like me, I know you get tired of seeing the same boring poses in all these figures. I did find a few small drawbacks. First, I found that when I used the base, the figure tended to lean forward, which I really didn't like, and it created a slight wobble. While it's not that big of a deal, I figured it's still worth mentioning. Personally, I think it looks a lot better without it, and it stands perfectly fine on its own. Also, the connection between the sword blade and the handle is a bit loose, and very noticeable during assembly. However, it did hold in place. In terms of size, this figure is on the smaller end, which is accurate to Hiei's character, but don't let the size fool you. It still captures his essence beautifully and scales well with other figures in this line. Let's take a quick look at some side-by-side comparisons to give you a better sense of its scale. Overall, despite a couple minor issues, this Hiei 30th anniversary figure is a fantastic addition to any YuYu Hakusho collection. The sculpt is excellent, the paint job is very solid, and it perfectly captures Hiei's iconic look. If you're a fan, this one's definitely worth picking up. And now, it's time to add this Hiei to my shelf. Alright, I think this little setup's coming along pretty nice. So far, I think this Hiei is my favorite though. Let me know who your favorite character is from the series. Make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Also, consider subscribing if you want to see that Kurama figure and more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching. As always, keep on collecting, and I'll catch y'all later.